Hey everybody, welcome to another deep dive, and this time we're going to be looking at AI, specifically for all you business consultants out there. Those of you who are constantly juggling clients and deadlines and presentations. Well, today we're diving deep into Jeda.ai.
That's right, Jeda.ai.
Specifically their visual AI workspace. We've got a bunch of articles and videos all about it, and it seems like it could be a real game changer.
Yeah, it tackles a lot of those challenges that I know you and I face every day as consultants.
Absolutely. Like
Yeah.
what are some of those big challenges?
Well, data analysis is a big one. I mean, we're always swimming in data, right?
Oh, tell me about it.
Spreadsheets galore. Jeda.ai can help us make sense of it all.
Okay, so how so?
It can pull out insights, those golden nuggets, and present them in a way that actually makes sense.
Okay, so is it like one of those AI chatbots? The ones that spit out generic advice?
Not at all. This is where the visual part of the visual AI workspace comes in. You can literally drag and drop your Excel files right into it.
No coding.
No code.
Music to my ears.
I know, right? And then they have these things called AI recipes. They're basically pre-built frameworks for strategic analysis.
Okay, AI recipes. I'm intrigued, but break it down for me.
Sure. So let's say you're working with a client who wants to boost their sales team's performance.
It happens all the time.
Right. Well, Jeda.ai has a recipe for that. You just feed it the data and it analyzes everything, like which reps are doing well, who needs more coaching. It even figures out what factors are driving those differences.
Wow.
And get this, it presents it all visually. Charts, graphs, you name it.
So even clients who aren't data savvy can understand it.
Exactly.
That's pretty impressive. I mean, I could walk into a client meeting with that kind of analysis. They'd think I was a miracle worker.
I know, right?
But there are a ton of AI tools out there. What makes Jeda.ai different?
That's a great question. I think one of the things that really sets Jeda.ai apart is its focus on strategic analysis. It's not just about crunching numbers. It's about applying those proven frameworks and methodologies to your client's challenges.
So it's not just what's happening, but why.
Exactly.
And then what to do about it.
Exactly.
And you said the visual aspect is a big deal.
Huge. It's not just about spitting out numbers. It's about seeing the data in a way that actually makes sense,
Yeah, I get that. Okay, so you mentioned these AI recipes.
Yeah.
Can you give me like another example of how they work? In a real consulting situation.
Absolutely. Let's say you're helping a client launch a new product.
Okay.
Jeda.ai has recipes for analyzing like customer needs, competitor offerings, even potential market challenges. It pulls all that data together, helps you identify gaps in the market.
So you can see if this new product is going to be a hit or a flop.
Pretty much.
Now, that is powerful stuff.
It is. And that's really just scratching the surface of what Jeda.ai can do.
Okay, well, hold on a second. Let's take a step back. We all know consultants are juggling like a million things at once.
Always.
Multiple clients, deadlines, the pressure to deliver results. So how does Jeda.ai fit into all of that?
Well, I like to think of it as your secret weapon. It can help you stay organized, efficient, and, always one step ahead.
I like the sound of that.
It can even help you personalize your approach for each client, even when you're juggling, like you said, a million things at once.
Okay, so give me an example.
Okay, imagine being able to create a tailored marketing strategy for one client. Then, seamlessly switch gears and analyze sales data for another client, all on the same platform.
So it's like having a virtual assistant who's also a data whiz and a strategy guru.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
And here's the best part. Jeda.ai can actually help you create content.
Content. What kind of content?
Presentations, reports, even marketing materials.
Okay, hold on.
You feed it the data, the key findings, and it generates a polished, professional document. And it ensures that all your content is on brand, too.
Which is essential when you're working with multiple clients. Okay, this is pretty impressive. We're talking about a serious all-in-one tool here.
It is.
But let's dive a little deeper into this visual AI workspace.
Yeah.
What makes it so special?
Well, first of all, it's incredibly user-friendly. Even if you're not a tech expert, you can easily find the tools you need.
Okay, good.
And, the visual aspect is key.
Yeah, we talked about that.
It's not just staring at spreadsheets all day. It's engaging, easy to understand.
So a data dashboard that's actually visually appealing?
Exactly.
That's rare.
It is. And because it's so visual and interactive, it's great for collaborating with clients.
So we can walk them through the analysis, show them the insights.
Exactly. You can even work together to develop strategies, all in real time.
It's like a virtual whiteboard, but but way cooler.
Exactly.
Right, so let's circle back to those AI recipes for a minute.
Sure.
I'm so curious about like the specific frameworks and methodologies they use.
Okay, well, let's take that sales rep effectiveness recipe as an example.
Okay.
It's based on a proven sales performance framework. It takes into account things like lead conversion rates, average deal size.
Okay, so it's not just making stuff up.
Not at all. It's using established sales principles.
That's good to know.
And it can break down those principles into like bite-sized pieces. So even if your client's not a sales expert, they can understand it.
Well, I like that. Demystifying complex concepts,
Exactly.
But with AI doing so much of the heavy lifting, what's left for the consultant to actually do?
That's a great question. I think the key is to think of Jeda.ai as a partner.
Okay, I like that.
Not a replacement.
So AI and consultants working together.
Exactly.
Like a dynamic duo.
Exactly. Jeda.ai can handle the data crunching, the analysis, all that, but it's still up to us to interpret those insights, apply our expertise, develop creative solutions.
Right, because every client is different.
Exactly.
But their needs are different.
Precisely.
So Jeda.ai gives us the raw materials,
Yes.
and we're the architects building the masterpiece.
Perfect analogy.
But let's be honest, not every consultant is going to be comfortable with this whole AI thing.
No.
Some people might be hesitant,
I get it. Change can be scary.
especially when it comes to technology that seems like so advanced.
Right. But AI isn't going away.
It's only going to become more prevalent.
Exactly. So the question isn't whether or not to embrace it, it's how.
So how do we embrace it in a way that benefits us and our clients?
That's the key.
So it's not about resisting the robot uprising. It's about learning how to ride the wave.
Exactly. And Jeda.ai makes it easy to ride that wave.
Good.
It's designed to be intuitive, user-friendly.
Even for those of us who aren't tech savvy. All right, well, I'm feeling a lot more comfortable with this AI thing now. But we've been talking a lot about the benefits for consultants. What about the clients? How does Jeda.ai change the game for them?
That's a great point. I think one of the biggest benefits for clients is the level of transparency and collaboration that Jeda.ai brings.
Okay, how so?
Imagine being able to sit down with your consultant and see your data come to life on a screen,
Right.
You can see the trends, the insights, even the potential solutions, all in a way that makes sense.
So it takes the mystery out of the consulting process.
Exactly.
Makes them feel like they're part of the solution.
Exactly. And when clients are involved, they're more likely to, embrace the recommendations and actually see results.
It's like the difference between being told what to do
Mm.
and being empowered to make your own decisions,
Yeah.
Okay, I think we've covered a lot of ground here today. We talked about the challenges consultants face, the benefits of Jeda.ai, and how this whole AI thing can actually make us better at what we do. But is there anything else we should know about Jeda.ai? Any cool features we haven't talked about yet?
Well, there is one thing. The Medium article mentions something called a multi-LLM AI online whiteboard.
A multi-what now?
Multi-LLM AI online whiteboard.
Okay, that sounds pretty high tech.
It is. It's a feature that lets users, create and collaborate on strategic plans. And it leverages multiple AI language models.
Multiple AI brains working together.
Basically.
Okay, that's a whole other deep dive.
We could do a whole episode just on that.
I bet we could.
Yeah.
But we'll leave our listeners wanting more on that one for now. But I think we've given them a pretty good overview of Jeda.ai.
Definitely.
And it's pretty exciting stuff.
It is. It's a game changer for consultants. And, this is just the beginning.
Yeah. Who knows what AI will be able to do in the future.
The possibilities are endless.
All right. Well, on that note, we're going to take a quick break. But when we come back, so we're going to dive into some specific examples of how to use Jeda.ai in different consulting scenarios. We might even try to squeeze in a little demo so you can see this thing in action. Stay tuned.
Can't wait.
Okay, so before the break, we were talking about all the cool things Jeda.ai can do. But now I want to see how it works in the real world. Like practical examples.
Absolutely. Let's get specific.
Okay, so let's say you're working with a client and they're struggling to keep up with marketing trends.
Happens all the time.
Right. They're just like throwing spaghetti at the wall, hoping something sticks.
And their campaigns aren't delivering the results they used to.
Yeah. What can we do?
Well, this is where those AI recipes come
That's
in.
a recipe.
Remember.
Yeah.
So Jeda.ai can analyze their past campaigns, see what worked, what didn't work, and it can even identify emerging trends in their industry.
Wow. So it's like a crystal ball for marketing. But can it really keep up with how fast marketing changes these days?
Absolutely. That's one of the things that makes Jeda.ai so powerful. It's constantly learning and adapting.
Okay, so it's like having a personal AI marketing guru.
Exactly.
Okay, I like it. But let's move on to another challenge, helping clients develop new products or services.
That's a big one.
Yeah, it can be really tricky.
It can.
So how can Jeda.ai help with that?
Well, this is where the visual aspect really shines.
Okay.
Jeda.ai can create these interactive dashboards, and they map out the entire competitive landscape.
So you can see who your clients' competitors are.
Exactly. What products they're offering, their strengths, their weaknesses.
So I can, like, spy on the competition.
Ethically, of course.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
But how does that actually help us develop new products?
Well, once you understand the competition, you can start to see where the gaps are,
The gaps.
Like, what are the unmet needs? What are customers looking for that they're not getting?
Okay, yeah.
Jeda.ai can help you answer those questions by analyzing customer data, reviews.
Online reviews.
Yeah, even social media chatter.
So it's like a superpowered focus group
Exactly.
without having to, like, actually talk to people.
Right?
All right. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
But sometimes, the hardest part isn't the analysis. It's presenting the findings to the client,
Oh, I know what you mean.
right, in a way that's clear and concise
Right.
and doesn't bore them to death with data.
Yeah, you don't want to overload them.
So can Jeda.ai help with that too?
Absolutely. Remember how we talked about it creating presentations?
Yeah.
This is where that really comes in handy.
Okay.
It can take all your data, your charts, your insights, and turn them into a presentation that actually tells a story.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah,
Storytelling is key,
it is.
but making presentations can take forever.
I know, it's a huge time suck.
So how much time can Jeda.ai save us?
Well, it depends on the complexity, but...
Jeda.ai takes care of all that.
So you can focus on the content, the story you want to tell.
This is like having a personal presentation designer.
It is.
But what about when you need more than a slide deck? Like, what about reports and white papers?
Jeda.ai can do that too.
No way.
It can generate reports tailored to your client's needs.
So like market analysis, competitor breakdowns.
All of that.
Okay, this is amazing. It's like the ultimate consulting toolbox.
It kind of is.
But is there anything it can't do? Any limitations?
Well, like any AI, it's still being developed. It's learning and improving all the time,
Okay.
but it's not perfect.
Right.
It's important to remember that AI is a tool.
A tool?
And like any tool, it needs to be used thoughtfully.
So we can't just, like, blindly trust it.
No, we still need to use our own judgment, our expertise.
So it's a partnership.
Well,
Then
yeah,
AI and consultant working together.
that's the key.
But with all this talk about AI transforming consulting, do you think consultants will become obsolete? Will robots be running the show?
That's a good question, and a lot of people are asking it. But honestly, I don't think so.
You don't.
AI can automate tasks, analyze data, all that, but it can't replace the human element of consulting.
What do you mean?
Things like building relationships, understanding complex problems, coming up with creative solutions.
Yeah,
Those require human judgment, empathy.
that's true.
AI just can't replicate that.
At least not yet.
Right, yeah.
So it's not AI versus consultants
It's AI and consultants.
working together
Exactly.
to achieve something even greater.
That's the idea.
I like that. So it's a collaboration,
Yes.
not a competition.
Exactly.
But let's get back to Jeda.ai. How does it actually work, like, technically speaking?
Well, it uses a combination of machine learning, natural language processing, deep learning algorithms.
Okay, that sounds complicated.
It is, but the good news is you don't need to understand all that to use it.
Oh, thank goodness.
The interface is very user-friendly.
So it's like,
Yeah.
driving a car. You don't even know how the engine works.
Exactly.
Okay, good. But what kind of data can it analyze? Just spreadsheets?
Oh, no, it's very versatile. It can handle spreadsheets, CSV files, databases, even unstructured data like text documents and social media posts.
Wow.
It can pull insights from almost anything.
So it's like a universal translator for data.
Pretty much.
That's incredible. Especially for consultants, because we're always dealing with so much information.
I know, it can be overwhelming.
Jeda.ai can help us cut through the noise.
Find those golden nuggets.
Okay, so we've talked about a lot, but remember that multi-LLM AI online whiteboard you mentioned.
Oh, yeah, that's a cool one.
Yeah, tell me more about that.
It's basically a virtual whiteboard where you can collaborate with your team, brainstorm ideas, develop strategies.
And it uses multiple AI language models.
Right.
So it's not just one AI.
It's like a whole team of AI experts,
Wow.
all contributing to the conversation.
So it's like having a brainstorming session with the smartest minds in the world.
Exactly.
And it's all visual and interactive.
Yeah, so it's really engaging.
Okay, I'm definitely intrigued. But I think we'll have to say that for another deep dive.
Definitely.
Running out of time. But for our listeners who want to learn more about Jeda.ai, where should they go?
The best place to start is their website. They have demos, case studies, even a free trial.
Okay.
It's worth checking out.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for today. Big thanks to our expert for joining us.
My pleasure.
And to all you amazing listeners, keep diving deep and exploring the world of AI. Until next time.